Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to build real enterprise grade VS Code extension from scratch. And this is not just a demo app. We are creating Visual Studio extensions that connect to your GitHub Copilot Chat directly with Azure DevOps Work Items. And because you guys are awesome, I'm sharing all the code along the way so you can build this entire project yourself. And don't worry if you never built the VS Code extensions before, I will walk you through everything step by steps.
Along the way, you are going to learn how to build VS Code extension from scratch, how to connect GitHub Copilot Chat with external systems like Azure DevOps, how to create custom command prompts and extension workflows, how to generate the code, test and development artifacts using AI, and how to package and deploy a professional VS Code extension.
And by end of this video, you will have production ready AI developer assistant running inside your VS Code. Enough talking, now let's jump to the implementation part.
Now, let's actually create the projects. Navigate to wherever you keep your dev projects. I am using C drive. Create a folder called Copilot Azure extension. Go inside it and type code dot. Now, here open the command prompt and then run one command. This install Yeoman and VS Code generator. Yeoman is actually scaffolding tools. It's create full extension project structures for you in seconds. You don't need to write package.json manually. You don't need to create folders. Yeoman does it all. Now type one more command, ucode. This start an interactive wizard. I will walk you through each answer. What type of extension? Choose new extension TypeScript. Now give it a name. I am giving it as a Copilot-Edu. Now you have to choose identifier also. Just press the enter and it copies the same name. After this, it will ask the descriptions. I will say Edu and Copilot assistants. Basically, it initializes the Git repo. And you have to just say yes, always. And bundle with Webpack, or you can choose whatever you want. And then hit the enter and watch it to go. It's going to install all the dependencies and take about more minutes. And there it is. Your project is created. Notice package.json is already exists. All your TypeScript config is there. Now we will replace command and title name PS. You can keep as per your convenience. Also, we will go to activation events and keep the same command name. So whenever our command is get activated, this will follow our extension.ts code. Let's make one more important change in extension.ts file. Here you will see it has hello world command. We are going to replace it with our own command and change this command to copilot-edu.load work item, whatever we configure in package.json. Look at the file structure. This is what Yeoman generated. You got the src/extension.ts file. That's your main file. Now compile this project using npm run compile. And here is the moment every beginner waits for. Press F5. A second VS Code window open that's called Extension Development Force. Now here, press Ctrl+Shift+P in that window and type Edu work item and select it. You will see the pop-up message in the corner. That's your code running. That's your extension, and this is the foundation you will see. To talk to Azure DevOps, we need a permission, and that permission comes in form of PAT token. Open your browsers and go to devops.azure.com and open your organization. If you don't have projects, you can simply create new projects, and this is how you simply create your projects. Now we will create personal access token under these organizations and project. So click on personal access token and click new token. Here give it a name. I will call mine as an copilot-edu.extension and set some expiry date and give it access as in full access and hit the create button. This is how you create your token. And here is the most important thing. I'll say you copy that token right now and paste it somewhere else. You will never see it again once you close this dialog. Now back to VS Code, and in root of your projects, right click in the Explorer panel and click new files. Here you simply create .env files and copy paste all the information. So edu underscore organization equal to your organization names, edu underscore project is equal to your project name, and the last one is PAT token. Now it's time to create new work item. You can also use your existing board where you have user story, defects, bugs, or some other items. Now let's see how to create new work item. Here you simply create new user story and provide title, descriptions, and acceptance criteria. This is how I have created new user story, which is related to user registration, and this work item number is 33. We will use it whenever we test our extensions. Now let's move to the core logics where we will integrate Azure AI service with our extension. So create a new folder inside SRC and call it services. And this is where all our API code lives, separate from the extension logic. Good structure from the start. Inside the services, we'll create edu service.ts and we'll write down all the code here. We grab the organizations, projects, and PAT from the environment variables or user setting. For the time being, I copy paste my entire code here. So inside these services, we export one async function called getWorkItem that takes the ID, build the Azure DevOps URL, and call the API with our header and return the response data. Now let's jump to the core magic file, which is extension.ts. So if you look into this, we have two functions, active and deactivate. Inside activate folder, active command, I have copy paste all this code. Here what we are doing is we are actually calling getWorkItem service from edu service.ts, and we are fetching all the work item details from Azure DevOps code. So we required title, description, acceptance criteria, priority, or some root cause or something resolution kind of thing. Along with this, if tester attach some test cases, we are getting all these informations from this service and pass it as an prompt format. So if you look into this, we fetch all the test cases and relevant discussions and attachments. This is how we bring all the informations from edu service and pass it to GitHub Copilot Chat. Here we are build the entire prompt as passing all this information. So this build prompt function basically identified what exactly the projects you have. Is it Angular or is it React projects? Based on the work item type, it's built the dynamic prompts and pass it to GitHub Copilot. So this is how we bring all the information and set some critical rules here. So here we are telling you have to find out at that workspace and search entire repository, find out relevant file and give it a fix. That's how the extension.ts file work and fix the entire things. And don't worry about this extension.ts code and ADO service code. I have attached the repository links in the description below. You can download these entire things and test it in your local. Now it's time to compile and run the application. If you are facing with any package installation issue, just follow these steps. And once the package installation done, compile your projects. Once the compilation done for this extension, just press the F5 and run your extensions. Now open the command palette using Ctrl Shift and P and type ADO:load work item. Type a real work item ID from your Azure DevOps projects. In my case, I put 33 and it's bring all the information like title, descriptions and acceptance criteria from Azure DevOps Pro. Your Azure DevOps work item, title, state and descriptions all pulled live from your Azure DevOps project and display right here inside the VS Code. No browser, no copy paste, one command. And we got the live connection from Azure DevOps and we pull any work item from ID. Once user click on continue, you pass all the prompt or I would say entire context to this GitHub Copilot Chat. Just one thing, before you pass this entire context, just open the repository, your working project repository. Inside this, extension development. So it will understand your projects, it understand your instruction file and pass this entire context to GitHub Copilot. So if you look into this GitHub Copilot, follow your all the instructions, whatever we build or write down in the prompt function. It gives us all the context, gives us entire set of rules, and based on that, it find out your repository, find out relevant files, and give it a fix for defects and bugs. If you pass as an user story, then it will start creating the new development.
And if you enjoy this walkthrough, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one.